Alright legends, how's your week going? I hope it's going well, and if it's not going well, I hope this video cheers you up a little bit. So grab yourself a drink and pull up a chair, because this week at the Alternative Pub, we're talking about the punk rock madness of ECW. Before wrestling became corporate, before arenas were filled with LED screens and scripted perfection, there was a promotion that felt dangerous. A promotion where wrestlers bled, fought, and sometimes barely survived the night. And it was also a promotion where rebellion wasn't a storyline, it was a business model. This was Extreme Championship Wrestling, or as the fans knew it, ECW. And if you enjoy this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Or you can just call me a tosser in the comments. It's up to you, really. Anyway, let's get into it. ECW didn't begin as Extreme. In fact, it started in 1992 as Eastern Championship Wrestling, a regional promotion operating out of Philadelphia with small crowds and traditional wrestling. Nothing revolutionary, but the one thing that made Philadelphia different was its crowds. The fans were loud, unforgiving, and brutally honest. If they didn't like something, you knew immediately. You could say Philly crowds were less polite applause and more prove yourself or get the fuck out of the ring. And things changed forever when a young creative mind named Paul Heyman stepped in, because Heyman understood something most promoters at the time didn't. Fans didn't want safe, they wanted real. In 1994, Eastern Championship Wrestling officially died. Live in the ring, the promotion declared independence from the wrestling establishment, and it was reborn as Extreme Championship Wrestling. It wasn't just a name change, it was a declaration of war. ECW embraced hardcore matches, gritty storytelling, anti-authority energy, and wrestlers who looked more like street fighters than superheroes. This wasn't polished sports entertainment. This was wrestling that looked like it had been booked after midnight at a dodgy pub with someone in charge saying, "What if we just let the chaos happen?" And honestly, that was the appeal.
I told you to stay down. He's got the chair. Look out. Count him out, ref. Don't just stand there. I'm ending this tonight.
ECW became synonymous with violence. Steel chairs, tables, barbed wire, Singapore canes, and leading all this madness were some truly unforgettable characters. The Sandman entering through the crowd with a cigarette lit, beer in hand, looking less like a wrestler and more like someone who had already been banned from 3 venues on a lad's night out. Then there was Tommy Dreamer, the emotional heart of ECW, absorbing punishment night after night, earning respect through pure resilience. And then there was Sabu, a human highlight reel who seemed completely unaware of the laws of physics or personal safety. Chairs weren't weapons to Sabu, they were launch pads. Half the audience watched in awe, and the other half watched through fingers, wondering if this was even legal. But beneath the chaos was storytelling. Fans weren't just watching violence, they were emotionally invested in it, and ECW made the struggle feel real. ECW also became one of wrestling's greatest proving grounds. Before global fame, many future icons sharpened their craft here. Steve Austin famously arrived frustrated and overlooked, but he rediscovered his voice through raw, honest promos. Mick Foley pushed storytelling into darker, emotional territory, proving that wrestling could be brutal but meaningful. ECW gave performers creative freedom, which was really seen elsewhere at the time. If you could connect with the crowd, you survived. If you couldn't, Philly let you know immediately, and that created stars. At the center of it all was Paul Heyman, not backed by massive money, not protected by television empires. Heyman just had a vision, and he treated wrestling like counterculture. ECW felt punk rock compared to arena rock promotions. The limited budget became creative freedom. The music was edgy, the promos felt unscripted, and the stories reflected real frustration and rebellion. While others aimed for perfection, Heyman aimed for passion, and fans could feel the difference instantly. ECW wasn't just watched, it was experienced. Unfortunately, passion doesn't pay the bills, and by 2001, financial struggles caught up with ECW. Competition from larger companies, rising costs, and the pressure of expansion proved too much. Extreme Championship Wrestling unfortunately had to close its doors, with no grand farewell and just silence where the chaos once lived. For fans, it felt like losing a movement, not just a wrestling promotion. But ECW never truly died. Its influence reshaped wrestling forever. In the modern day, hardcore elements have become mainstream. Promos have become more realistic. Wrestlers have gained creative voices. Major promotions have adopted its edge, and independent promotions have embraced its spirit. Where there's every gritty match, every anti-hero character, every crowd supporting authenticity, all of that carries with it a piece of ECW, because ECW proved one thing: you don't need the biggest stage to change an industry. Sometimes all you need is passion, risk, and a crowd willing to believe in something extreme. Let me know in the comments, what's some of your favorite ECW moments? Anyway, cheers.